Public Secrets is a multivocal narrative that links individual testimony and public evidence, social theory, and personal statements in an effort to engage the public in a critical dialogue about crime and punishment, challenging the assumption that imprisonment provides a solution to social problems.
How's that?
The project, authored by Sharon Daniel and designed by Eric Loiter, was an official honoree in the 2007 Webby Awards. Over 600 recorded statements of female prisoners incarcerated in California are displayed algorithmically, not as archive or narrative, but in constantly shifting constellations organized by topic, theory, and speaker.
I think part of me knew that I was, because I had slammed with a girl on the yard who had AIDS, who had kept it a secret. And consequently, she died like 6 months after we tested. Yeah. 6 months after
The piece is organized around three aporia, irresolvable internal contradictions surrounding the prison industrial complex that place the statements of the incarcerated women in dialogue with the writings of theorists including Angela Davis and Giorgio Agamben.
Addiction and that cycle of abuse, and you know, once you see, and it takes a minute, I think.
Users are able to view a transcript for each statement, explore a complete set of statements from one speaker, or pursue topical and thematic connections to new groups of content.
I don't want to be here. I have no business here. You know, I said it makes it.
Instead of imagery, the interface is constructed out of quotes from the women themselves, whose statements testify to their struggles in a way that disrupts conventional documentary practice, while creating a sonic texture whose complex interweaving underpins Daniel's abolitionist argument.
I'm going to just play a little bit of the next one because Sharon, really talked in her intro about how she introduces herself into the work, and this is the introduction in her voice to the piece. I'm going to play a little bit of that.
A $3 million razor wire fence separates California Correctional Women's Facility from the middle of nowhere. Its site is an agribusiness desert between Los Banos and Chowchilla, where there are 3 prisons within 30 square miles. Past the metal detector, through 2 electronic gates, under the gaze of the gun towers, there is an uncannily suburban, perfectly manicured lawn. Between the fence and the visiting room, I follow a rose-lined path surrounded by razor wire glinting in the relentless heat. This space is a counter site, intended to reinscribe the symbolic order of the space of the prison as safe, calm, domesticated. The prison is an anamorphosis, like the memento mori in Holbein's painting The Ambassadors, in which a smear or blot mars the illusion of three-dimensional space. When seen from the proper perspective, a specific location outside the space depicted in the painting, this blot or smear resolves into the image of a skull. Recognition of the blot as skull reverses one's reading of the symbolic order of the painting. The lawn and rose garden are only visible to those who come to the visiting room from the outside, an orientation that is both physical and political. Inside, beyond the visiting room, the sun-baked yards are bare, treeless. There are no roses. Outside, beyond the edge of the agri-desert, impoverished communities of color are eviscerated, and the prison industrial complex expands. Despite the razor wire border, inside and outside indeterminate each other. This is apparent in the way the prison acts back on the space outside it. Anyone, prisoner or police, who enters the space of the prison moves about in the zone of indistinction between outside and inside, exception and rule, licit and illicit, public and secret.
The next artist that the next artist I'm going to speak about is Dee Hibbert-Jones, and she writes about her work. Dee Hibbert-Jones' work explores the dialectics of optimism. She is interested in the ways we struggle to secure happiness manage anxiety, and escape reality, given the personal and political insecurities of the 21st century. By examining the emotional politics of optimism, desire, fantasy, and despair, she forges connections between public and private lives. Hibbert-Jones collaborates with individuals and communities to create projects that fix, quote unquote, emotional feelings, explore methods of escape, and start dialogues about hedonism, survival, and contentment. The results of these investigations materialize as public interventions, installations, drawings, and sculptures in public spaces, gallery installations, and on the web. And the specific piece that I'm focusing on of her work today is called Psychological Prosthetics. And this piece looks at the ways culture supports, fuels, and suppresses emotions. The project offers a line of services and products, such as the 30-second rant recorder, which can be seen in the Cezanne Gallery, by the way. You can check it out. You can actually check it out and have a little private rant and then take it back. The purpose of the rant recorder is to activate outrage. And another product, the PP Band-Aid, to soothe shame and repair apathy. Using corporate marketing and guerrilla strategies, Dee Hibbert-Jones and her collaborator Nomi Talisman take to the streets in Europe, Israel, and in the US, persuading strangers to talk about their emotional baggage in political times. That's the rant recorder. Pardon me?
It's not, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, what is it? Sorry. I'm going to show you a video segment that shows this piece actually out on the street in action. And they've showed this, as you can see, all over the world.
Rant recorder, which activates your outrage. So what you do, you press these series of buttons. So you press the recorder button and record your complaint, so you can rant as much as you like. Then you can play back your message and experience your political feelings. Is it be useful to you or not? No. Okay, so then would you prefer to bandage your shame instead, so you can bandage your shame? Which one of those will work better for you? For Psychological Prosthetics, we're an organisation that helps you handle your emotional baggage in political times. Would you like a balloon? Would you like a balloon? Yes? Shall I blow it up for you? Okay, here. Yes, we're seriously interested in asking you to explore your emotional baggage. Yeah. How do you explore your emotional baggage? Well, I mean, one of the things we're asking is, how can we design a suitcase for you? So we actually can design a series of products. So what kind of suitcase would you want to handle your emotional baggage? So, I mean, for example, would you want to have a backpack? Would you want a moving company? How large is it, your emotional baggage? And is it... Go ahead.
Okay, but I don't know if I want to keep it on my back. I don't know, maybe I would like to sort of hold it in my hand so I can let go of it.
So when you want to send it to someone, you can do it and package it off and mail it?
No, I don't think I want my bag with somebody else.
Okay.
I can just roll it and I could just let go. Just dump it.
So it will just be dumped. Okay, so is it toxic?
Yeah, sometimes.
So basically, thank you, it's a set of luggage that you can hand out to other people too?
Well, there's certain people that I can hand my luggage, not to everybody. Certain people that can't take it. Not people that are so burdened with their own.
Right. Are the people you want to send it to kind of politically or?